Like and subscribe for more videos. A child holds a microphone and wears a small children's suit. He stands calmly on the stage and introduces his life experience and growth story to the audience. The two hosts next to him also squatted down to talk to him. Shandong Satellite TV's Parents of the World column and Jiangsu City Channel have successively invited Kang, the shortest adult in the world. He was born in 1988. He is 35 years old this year, but he is only 72 centimeters tall and weighs only 9 kilograms 22 centimeters. Everyone looked at this kid named Kang with curiosity. After obtaining Kang's consent, the host brought him a measuring tape and confirmed his height and ID card on the spot. Kang is indeed a genuine adult. It was a sunny day, and the sunlight filtered through the leaves and fell on the floor, forming strange halos one after another. A child steps on these circles, one step at a time, and walks slowly. The child said as he walked, "No matter what today, I must find a job." In fact, this child is not young anymore. He has an ID card in his pocket, which is the only basis to prove that he is an adult. The child sneaked out while his parents were not at home. In fact, he had not thought about where to find a job. "I had to look around as I walked, and when I saw something suitable, I went in and tried it." He just walked into a company, and before he could say anything, the staff asked, "Kid, who are you looking for?" Seeing that everyone did not trust him, the child had no choice but to take out an ID card from his trouser pocket. One of the people took the ID card, looked at the ID card, then at the child, then at the ID card, then at the crowd. His mouth could almost fit an egg. The onlookers looked suspicious and scrambled to grab their ID cards and circulate them. Kang was born in an ordinary peasant family in Jianli County, Hubei Province in 1988. His mother Lin Suiping was only 18 years old when she was pregnant with him, and his father Wu Jinxiang was only 20 years old. They don't know what to do after pregnancy and have never had a prenatal checkup. Therefore, the child's problem is not discovered in the first place. 9 months later, Lin Suiping gave birth to Kang. He weighed more than 5 kilograms and was about 50 centimeters long. He seemed to be a healthy baby. They returned to their hometown after recuperating in the hospital for a week. Wu Jinxiang was responsible for working outside, and Lin Suiping was responsible for taking care of the housework. Before Kang was 2 years old, everything seemed fine. The only drawback was that Kang was in poor health. He had a fever at the beginning of the month and a cough at the end of the month. The clinic and pharmacy became his second home. Every time he got medicine, the clerk would persuade Lin Suiping to take Kang to the hospital for a checkup. Take your child to the hospital for a checkup. Although children are prone to colds, your child catches too many colds. This is not normal. Don't worry about money. Your child's health is the most important thing. Lin Suiping nodded awkwardly. Why didn't she want to take Kang for a physical checkup? But her family was too poor. She had to save money for Kang to go to school. The family's income was not enough to support her. Where could she have extra money? Hospital? Therefore, Lin Suiping could only take good care of Kang as much as possible and ensure that his daily diet was nutritious and rich. Kang learned to walk when he was less than a year old. The couple both thought Kang was a genius and had great expectations for him. Unfortunately, accidents always happen inadvertently. When Kang was 2 years old, he had a high fever that didn't go away for a long time. Wu Jinxiang hurriedly took him to the hospital. There is something wrong with your child's pituitary gland. The amount and frequency of growth hormone it secretes are not normal. This will affect your child's growth. I suggest you do a full body examination before determining a treatment plan. Lin Suiping and Wu Jinxiang looked at each other. This general examination and injection alone had cost Wu Jinxiang more than a month's salary. They thought the doctor was cheating them with their money, so they rejected the doctor's suggestion. Time flies. Wukong has reached the age of elementary school, but his height has always remained at 69 centimeters and his weight is only 9 kilograms. Children of the same age as him have begun to grow, and many classmates still laugh at him for this. Wukong, you are so short. My brother is also so short. Look, I am much taller than you. After saying that, he also made a few gestures with his hands. Wukong was a child with a strong self-esteem, which made him unbearable. Mom, everyone says I'm short and laughs at me. Lin Suiping told him that everyone's growth rate is fast or slow. Maybe he just grows slowly, but Lin Suiping also knows in his heart that what the doctor said may be true. In the evening, she told Wu Jinxiang about the incident and the other party side. Otherwise, we should take the child for another checkup. Since we gave birth to him, we must be responsible for him. At worst, I can work more jobs and I will be able to support you and the child. Later, Wukong was diagnosed by a doctor as a patient with dwarfism. The growth hormone secreted by the pituitary gland could not meet his growth needs. Only by taking hormones could he grow to a normal height. Then how many injections do we need? As you can see, the child's father and I don't have much money. Can it be cheaper? It may take dozens of injections, 2 to 3 times a year. The cost each time is different, depending on the type of hormone, but it is definitely not cheap. Lin Suiping sat slumped on the ground. She felt that the future was dark. After they sold all the furniture they could sell, they still could not pay for the growth hormone. Because of Wu Kang's illness, they were destitute and even sold an old house. Wukong only grew 3 centimeters taller, so they had to give up. At this time, Wukong had begun to understand the world, and his self-esteem was getting stronger and stronger. The malicious ridicule from the classmates around him and the unintentional sighs from others made him feel ashamed and angry. At this time, their lives were a mess, but Lin Suiping became pregnant again. Wukong restrained his temper and did his best to take care of his mother every day. After his younger brother Wu Fei was born, he vowed to take good care of Wu Fei. Fortunately, Wu Fei is in very good health. Wu Jinxiang and his wife feel that there is hope for the future. They figure out that if Wukong never grows up, then they will take care of Wukong for the rest of his life. Later, Lin Suiping no longer forced Wukong to go to school and stayed at home after he finally finished junior high school, while Wu Fei stayed with him every day. Whenever someone laughed at Wukong, Wu Fei would help him vent his anger. Although Wu Kang's self-esteem was seriously hurt, he did not have any extreme ideas. The love of his family gave him hope in life. As the saying goes, poor and humble couples suffer from everything. Parents are human beings too, and they will break down one day. Because of money, Wu Jinxiang and Lin Suiping quarreled almost every day. In the end, Lin Suiping couldn't bear this kind of life anymore, so she divorced Wu Jinxiang. Wukong has become sensible. He knows that he is the biggest source of pressure for his parents, so he did not say a word. Wu Jinxiang seemed to see that he was in great pain, so he comforted him, "This is none of your business. From now on, you just follow Dad and he will take good care of you." Wu Fei was also very sensible. Not only did he not cry, he also took the initiative to take care of Wukong. In this way, the family supported each other and lived a good life. At this time, Wukong was already an adult. Although his height and appearance were still about 1 year old, his mind was very mature. He didn't want to sit idle at home, so he planned to go out to work. But how could he be hired by others? Wukong was rejected many times because of this, and both Wu Fei and Wu Jinxiang felt sorry for him and wanted him to stay at home. At this time, a woman walked into the family. She not only brought new hope to the family, but also allowed Wukong to find his own value. So, who is she? What did she do? This woman was Wu Jinxiang's first love, Song Fengying. She had just divorced her ex-husband and was now working in a supermarket in Jianli County. After Wu Jinxiang met her unexpectedly, the two started chatting. Su knew that both parties were divorced, so he talked more. Song Fengying sympathized with Wu Jinxiang's experience and volunteered to take care of Wukong and Wu Fei. The two Wu brothers were originally unwilling, but when they saw Song Fengying, they could not refuse the woman in front of them. In addition, Wu Fei was in high school and was busy with his studies. He always did not go home on weekends, leaving Wukong alone at home. Every Sunday, Song Fengying would make some food for Wu Fei. At first, Wu Fei thought she was being hypocritical, but a year later, Wu Fei acquiesced in her identity. Moreover, Song Fengying never looked at Wukong through colored glasses, but communicated with Wukong as an adult, which protected Wukong's self-esteem to a great extent. I believe that everyone has their own mission when they come to this world, and this mission can only be completed by themselves. You are not useless, but you have not found your own opportunity. As long as you are willing to look for it, you will be able to do it. Turn up. In this way, Wukong felt the long-lost maternal love in Song Fengying and regained the courage to fight against life. So Wukong went out to look for a job again. This time he met a kind-hearted restaurant owner who arranged a job sweeping the floors for him. This made Wukong very happy, thinking that he had finally escaped the life of a rice bug. At the end of the month, he got his first salary in his life. Although it was very small, he still gave it all to Wu Jinxiang. "Dad, I can make money, so you and Aunt Song don't have to work so hard." Wu Jinxiang and Song Fengying's eyes turned red when they heard this. They put the money back into Wukong's hands and asked him to keep it well. Wukong also knew that this job would not last long, so he began to look for other jobs, hoping to raise some money for Wu Fei's college tuition. One day, Song Fengying brought back a jigsaw puzzle from outside. Wukong was very interested in it. He solved it by 3 times, 5 times, and 2 times. The other party keenly discovered that Wukong was talented in this area. "You are very good. Many people can't do jigsaw puzzles. I heard that some jobs are to assemble jigsaw puzzles for others. Just open an online store. Do you want to try it?" Wukong didn't expect that he still had the ability to open a store. When he was hesitant, Song Fengying had already completed all the necessary procedures. He could only start to cheer up and focus on the operation of the store. Maybe this is where his talent lies. No matter how difficult the puzzle is, Wukong can quickly solve it just by looking at it. Later, Wukong joined some puzzle interest groups and sometimes answered questions there. In his 30s, he finally tasted success. The whole family is happy for him, especially Wu Fei. He is very grateful to Song Fengying. In order to better take care of his family in the future, he also changed his favorite major to nursing. "I want to take good care of my family, especially my brother. He loves me very much. He knows that he will be discriminated against when he goes out, but he still works hard to raise money for my tuition. I want to take good care of him." Wu Fei's studies went smoothly, and Wukong's business was also very successful. Customers are very satisfied with the speed, quality, and after-sales service of his puzzles. Some customers even call him Brother Kang, and from time to time they will recruit friends to increase their orders for him. Wu Jinxiang also built a small earth house with his own efforts and bought the necessary furniture one after another. Their life is gradually developing in a good direction, and the villagers often provide them with help. The Wu family has finally made it through. Back then, they were the poorest family in the village. I didn't expect the two Wu brothers to be so competitive. They deserve it. Soon, Hubei Province's Big King and Little King program invited the Wukong family to share their life experiences and feelings. Wukong, who was originally afraid to face the public eye, is now able to talk with a microphone. When the host asked how to overcome difficulties, he repeated what Song Fengying told him and instantly won thunderous applause. With his short body, he created his own miracle. Wukong is undoubtedly a vulnerable group. God not only deprived him of a healthy body, but also gave him a poor family, which seemed to cut off all his chances of survival. However, he still managed to carve out a world in this terrible environment and found his own value. Like and subscribe for more videos.